Welcome to ANS Solver question 6. The diagram shows a company logo made from a rectangle and major sector of a circle. The circle has a center O and radius OA. OA is equal to OD, which is 0.5 centimeters. So even this is 0.5 centimeters. AB is 1.5 centimeters. E is a point on OC, where OE is equal to 0.25 centimeters and angle OED is 90 degrees. Calculate the perimeter of the logo. Okay, so perimeter means that we add all the lengths of all the sides of the logo. So our first step should be calculating the perimeter of the sector. So we need to know this angle of the sector, and how we can do that is 360 minus 90 minus this angle, or angle X. So how we find angle X is really easy. All we need to do use the cos rule, because we know two sides of the right angle triangle, so we can find an angle. So cos of X is equal to the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. So adjacent, that is 0.25 divided by 0.5. So this is also equal to half. Therefore, if you do cos inverse of half, you will get 60 degrees. Now you should know that by heart, but if you don't, you can even use your calculator to get the answer. Now let's find the angle Y. So we can do Y is equal to 360 minus 60 minus 90. So you can either use your calculator or do it mentally. So you would get 210 degrees. Now since we know the angle, we can find the perimeter of the sector. So 210 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 pi r, which is 0.5. Now since the radius is already counted in this perimeter, what you do is you only add the perimeter of the rectangle. So that is 2 times the length plus the breadth. So 0.5 plus 1.5. So all you need to do is simplify the calculation. So 210 by 360 can be simplified as 7 by 12, and the 2 and the 12 can also get cancelled. So you have 7 by 6 pi multiplied by half. So you would get 1.83259571, and you should write as many decimal places as you can, so that in your final calculation you don't face the premature rounding error. So 0.5 plus 1.5 is equal to 2, and 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4. So now all you do is add the two of the numbers. So 4 plus 1.8325957115. So you will get your final answer as 5.832595, and you can therefore round it off to 3 significant figures as 5.83 centimeters square, as the 2 is less than 5, so it won't round off the 3. Therefore this is your final answer for part A. Now let's move to part B. Part B, the area of the logo. So area also would be pretty similar. All you need to do is 210 divided by 360 multiplied by area of a circle. So that is pi r square. So your r value in this case is 0.5, so you substitute that. So 0.5 square plus the area of the rectangle. So length into breadth, that is 0.5 multiplied by 1.5. So again, all you need to do is simplify and then solve. So 210 by 360 again will give you 7 by 12. Now 7 by 12 into pi into 0.5 square will give you 0.48 my bad 0.4581489 again. Write as many decimal places as you can so you don't face the premature rounding error. So 0.5 into 1.5 is equal to 0.75, and if you add both of these, so 0.4581489 plus 0.75, you will get 1.2081489. And since you have to give your answer in 3 significant figures, you will get your final answer as 1.21, because 8 is more than 5, so it will round off the 0 to the next number, and this unit will be centimeter square because it is area. And my bad, the perimeter will only be centimeter, not centimeter square. So this is your answer for part B. Now let's move on to part C. A mathematically similar logo is drawn. The area of the logo is 77.44 centimeters square. Calculate the radius of the major sector in this logo. So we know the radius of the original logo, and we know the area of the original logo as well. So since the two shapes are mathematically similar, there is a comparison method that can be used for area and volume. Only difference is when you are finding the volume, you have to cube the other information that is provided, so either the height or any other length. So in this case, the area would be 77.44. You divide it by the original area, or reciprocal, vice versa. Like you can have the original logo or area on top or at the bottom, it doesn't make a difference, but it should match with the radius that is on the other side of the equation that I'll show you. So this is for the area, equals, so you have to find the radius of the logo that has an area of 77.44. so you leave that radius as x, and you make sure to keep it in the numerator, because that is the shape that you are that the area of that shape is in the numerator on your area side as well. So the area and radius both go together, either both go in the numerator or both go in the denominator. So over here, both go in the numerator of the new logo. So the old logo's radius would be 0.5. Now simply all you have to do is solve for x. So therefore x is equal to since it's the area, you have to square the radius. Even if it was height or any other measurement that you were using to find, you would still square it, because you have to get it to the same unit as your area. So therefore you will have to root 77.44 divided by 1.2081489. So you will have to root 64.09 because we are solving for x. So what we just did was we took the indice to the other side of the equation. So whatever indice you take to the other side of the equation, it becomes a root of that particular number. So if there was, suppose for example, a cube in the indice, so it will become cube root on the other side of the equation. So let's continue to solve for x. Now all you need to do is take 0.5 to the other side of the equation and multiply, because when you take division from one side of the equation to the other side of the equation, you have to multiply. So root of 64.09 will give you 8.006, my bad, and multiplied by half will give you 4.003. Therefore, your final answer in three significant figures, or you can leave it as one significant figure as well, because your final answer would come to 4.00 centimeters. Now let's move on to part C2. A golden model is made. This model is a prism with a cross section of area 77.44 centimeters square. This gold model is 15 millimeters thick. So first let's get into the same unit as centimeters. So that would be divided by 10. So multiplied by 1.5, because then we would get the volume of the shape. Now 1 cubic centimeter of gold has mass of 19 grams. So now centimeter square multiplied by centimeter would give us cubic meters, because centimeter raised to 3 it would become, because if you multiply two indices you will end up adding them using this rule. A raised to n multiplied by a raised to m is equal to a raised to n plus m. So it would become centimeter cube, which is cubic centimeter, and they say that 1 cubic centimeter is 19 grams. So therefore we have to multiply this with 19 so that we come to know how many grams of how much the mass of gold would be in grams. So 77.44 multiplied by 1.5 multiplied by 19 would give us 2207.04. Now this answer is in grams, but they are asking us to find our answer in kilograms. So what we need to do is divide this number by 1000 to convert to kilograms. Therefore your answer would be 2.20704, and if you have to give your answer in three significant figures, then 2.21 kg, because the 7 would round off the 0 to the next number because it is more than 5. So therefore this would be our final answer for part C2.